Why?
Yes, I will. Why? Why? Really? You know?
You teach me.
Oh, why are you here? Why are you here? Save your money. Why are you here? Yes, but really, I ask people why inorganic selenium. Nobody really, except him, knew why inorganic. We always say, oh, organic, that is better. No, in this case, not. You will poison the patient with organic selenium. Yes. Yes, you will do a lot of harm to him. And why? It is better. Everybody knows the periodic system. Huh? Yes, periodic. You understand periodic system? Where are all the elements? Yeah. Tell me the first group.
First group.
Yeah, tell me. When you don't know when you don't know the first group, then tell me the sixth group.
Sixth group, yeah.
Yes. The sixth group. When you don't know the first group, it is not so decisive. There is potassium, there is kalium, there is potassium, natrium, and so on and so on. At the sixth group. Sixth group there is selenium and sulfur. In the sixth group, and I tell you why it is forbidden to apply the organic selenium. But at the during this afternoon, yes. And but you keep in mind alpha lipoic acid. It passes the blood-brain barrier, and another property of ELA, that is
antioxidant.
Antioxidant, yes, but more specific. That's the only one which works in water and in environment. And water and in a lipophil environment. That's the only one. You understand? Nah? Here, vitamin C, only water. Vitamin E, only in fat tissue. And so on and so on. And here, it doesn't matter. Allah works always. Oh, wonderful. Therefore, we have for Alzheimer tomorrow, we have three compounds you have to apply every time. You tell her, or will you write down the three compounds for Alzheimer and so on? Next, you will write down. The first one is Q10.
Oh, yeah.
Q10. Q10. No, only you. Q10. The second one. The second. Very brainy boy. Then Allah, he said. And it's correct? Allah. Alles groß. Ne, daneben. Ich muss in eine Reihe. Allah. Yes. And the third one? Acetylcarnitine. Carnitine. These three. With every disorder, carnitine. A und dann Strich, Post-Carnitin. Acetyl, carnitine, that is the active form of carnitine. That is acetylcarnitine. It works better. Yes, and when there's Alzheimer, when there is cancer, and so on, and so on. Here, that is obligatory, these three. You will never forget. You will never forget. Here, this is here in the center, and therefore it works in fat and in water solution. Yes, that's it. Yes, but here the patient. And how do you start? We know. How do you start? The patient who comes to visit you because he has a lot of fear concerning cancer. You know. You start here. Here, that is, you must keep in mind every. Where is it? No, it is later. Here, the chart with D200 and so on. What's that? Oh, here. Here. And this piece, this chart, you put on the wall in your working place. Near the Mora device. Here, this one. And how do you start? We start to measure. Here. But the next step, you must tell me. The next step, yes. And then, oh yes, nothing. But here, D8. There is a positive response. And is there cancer present? No. But there is a degenerative tendency. And here, school medicine cannot find at all D8, because it is not cancer. And there is no laboratory check, nothing. Or you can forget MRT or tomography, the X-ray and the biochemistry, nothing. But the tendency is, the market tendency is there, here, D8. And then you can intervene. But when you have 1 million cancer cells, it is too late. It is too late. Yes. And next step, and then you say, oh, there is a certain degenerative tendencies. And how do you go on? To the next step, there is something.
Amplification.
Amplification. No.
No, find out the.
Never, here, never modify or increase the amplification. Never. Instead of the amplification, you have the potencies. That is another form of amplification. It is a better one. It is a guckst du da mal raus? It is no more, I must write down it here. No amplification, only when you reach D4. Because we cannot go deeper with the potency. It is forbidden to give you a D2. By law, it is forbidden. And therefore, we cannot go to cancer. And then, D8. Yeah, what is the next question? Not quantified. There's no cancer. Yes, the next question. And you say, there is a degenerative tendency. What will the patient ask you? Where? Where then? Where is the degenerative? And in my head, perhaps. And the next step. She will not answer, therefore she's writing all the... Therefore, yes, you know, it is not so difficult. You know, there is a degenerative tendency, and that is our best patient. We can avoid the development of cancer in this status. And not when there are a million of them. Yes, then, and then we test the organic test set. The organic test set. And then it's positive lung and breast and intestine. For example, lung, intestines and breast, yes. And there's a positive response. And the next step is...
Correlation.
Yes, how exactly?
Because you mean in the honeycomb, right?
Yeah, the D8. The D8, D8, you put, because we tested D8. And D8 in the honeycomb, and then we go lung, nothing. Yeah? And here breast, no correlation. And suddenly with intestine, the 1 moment, and the indicator that goes up. Everybody must understand this. Huh? And correlation test, you must write down. Correlation is always a correlation between nosode or a detrimental substance and an organ preparation. Always these two, nosode and organ preparation. Only here you have the correlation. And then here you have the correlation, intestines, and then you start to test exactly the intestines. We have all the cancer which could be present in the intestine. We have it all in the testing. I think 8 or 6 different tumors, all tumors, which exist in this part of your body. They are all in my test kit, all in my head. That is wonderful, and that is not difficult to test here. D8 in the honeycomb, and then the positive test in organ preparation, and there, yes. And then, don't send them to the clinic. They will laugh at you, because when there is a dysbiosis in the intestines, and you have always a great amount, a high amount of dying cells of the mucous membranes. The mucous membranes, every third day there is an entire renew of the mucous membranes, and therefore many cells are always dying, and therefore even when you test here, when you test carcinoma before, and you carry out the intestinal therapy, as we learned yesterday, with here the 3 obligatory factors, that is candida, that is pH with also bit, that is, these are the good bacteria, lactobacilli bifido, and then you test again. All has disappeared, and you test them, the D60, all like that. After 3 weeks, and you can always wait some weeks, and it is time enough. It is really time enough, and especially concerning the intestines, the large intestines, you can wait. You can wait, and you can carry out your intestinal therapy. And when there is cancer or no cancer, the intestinal therapy is obligatory, always obligatory. Always obligatory. Therefore, and then, that is the problem. How easy to deal with here such a problem here. 200. And in double steps, then the 60, then the 15, then the 10, and then here every potency. Then every. It is not necessary to test all the potencies. One double step, but from here, from DH, you have to test every potency. Is it not clear?
I just want to make sure my logic,
Mm-hmm,
whether
yeah.
it is okay or not okay. Because I do the degeneration first, and I got the malignant one, right?
Uh-huh.
For example, a patient comes to see
Mm-hmm,
me,
yeah.
right? And I want to evaluate his
Well,
condition
yes.
clinically, right?
Okay.
And then I got the malignant
Yeah,
tumor, right?
yeah.
And then I will go to the carcinoma
Mm-hmm, yeah.
and to find one.
Yes.
And if the one is on D4, and then I will amplify, right?
Mhm,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And so I will know how seriously he is sick.
Mm-hmm, yes. But then, that is only the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning of the test. Here, this one.
Yeah.
And then we go to the special tumors. Now, the special tumors, I had shown this by the breast cancer. Breast cancer, we have 6 or 8 different breast cancer types. And we do it the same with the colon and with the lung and so on and so on. We have more than 130 types of cancer here in the test kit. And that is the next step. And here only, here the woman who has so huge fears concerning cancer. And then we do it here like this, carcinoma D8 or D4, that doesn't matter, in the honeycomb, and then again the positive. And then the third step is that we go from here, the intestines, we go to the intestinal tumors. Intestinal, the malignant tumor. Again, because we want to know in which part, is it in the colon ascendens, is it in the transverse, and what kind of tumor here we are dealing with. That is the step by step. But it is rather easy to test it. Yeah? Everybody is clear. This one.
But I have experience. I got positive for benign tumor. Is that more than 100? Is
benign tumors, yes, that is benign tumors. It is not so specific. There is something going on when, for example, for a prostate, there is a hyperplasia, and then perhaps benign tumors will indicate, oh, there is something wrong. And we go, when there is a benign tumor, positive, then we go nevertheless to this chart.
Also, we can go there.
Yes, we do it. When there is benign tumor, we go to that. And then we find sometimes here in this range. In this range. Yes, some minutes left. Yeah, one question concerning.
What about what Rose bring up the issue is,
Once more. I didn't catch it.
Dr. Rose,
Yeah.
she brought up the issue is when he do the first diagnosis with degeneration part,
Yeah.
there is a cyst
Yeah.
and degenerative tendency,
Mhm.
malignant and benign.
Yeah.
If they found out there's the malignant tumor,
Yeah.
it's what you say, they have to quantify above 500
100,
times.
and then we switch
Then
to.
switch to degenerative.
Yeah.
What about if without it under 500?
Yes,
What should we do?
then we can be sure that there is no cancer present,
No
but
cancer present?
there is no cancer present. No.
Why is malignant
That's just information.
information?
This is the information.
Right.
And
That's
then
on the
you-
way. That's on the way.
It
On the
is
way to the
on the
malignant.
way, and
Yeah.
therefore, normally when there is benign tumor, we go to this chart too, because we want to be sure that we are correct. Yes, even with the benign tumors.
Also have to 500 times.
Yes, I do it. I do it. It is not necessary, and I never was disappointed, because when benign tumors is yes, I never found here in this range. I
Yeah.
never. But nevertheless, cancer is such a serious problem. So I will not neglect anything. That's it. But here below 500, normally you can forget, because when there is a person with smoking, without cancer, but there is trouble in the lungs with smoking, and then you will test perhaps benign tumors, and you will test malignant tumor, but the malignant tumor only with 100 or like that. Then it is not cancer. Some persons, they smoke for 30, 40 years and without any malign process. But you can modify here this, but you must have an idea of the basic. And that is here, this chart. Now, that is the most important chart I ever developed. And I think it is a big help. Here, honeycomb, again, the organ preparation. And then we go, when it is in the lung, we go degenerative nodules, the cancer nodules of the lung. And we look which one, and then we quantify. And and I repeat, when there is an amplification more than 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, then cancer may be present. Then you must do something with to the clinic or laboratory check. Do you know what is the best check for colon cancer laboratory check? Well, you must know it is not expensive. Hm? Schreib mal auf. Ich sag mal, M2. Ja. Ja, auch so groß. Bindestrich. Und dann Aufweisfuß PK. That is today the best marker for colon cancer. Forget hemoglobin. Forget blood in the feces. You can forget it. That is for a museum, the test. But not for us. We are here advanced. Yes, it's an advanced seminar I read.
Yes.
And therefore we must know M2 PK. M2 PK. That is pyruvate kinase. Pyruvate kinase, it is not necessary. But it is not expensive, the test, about 20, 25 euros. And it is the best one. It is the best one, but we can add another